All right, we're going to talk about rounding. That is a beginning of third grade concept that we're reviewing, but it's very important that they understand it because they're not really going to get the rest of the content for the rest of the year unless they can do this, because they're asked to do this so much. So let's say we have the number 463,215. Okay, and we have to round to the nearest, let's do this one to the nearest 1,000. Okay, step one, underline the place that you're rounding to. We're rounding to the nearest 1,000. The 3 is in the thousands place. We circle the number directly to the right, and we call that the bossy pants. So this number is going to boss this number around and tell it what to do. So the number 2 is a small number. The numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 are small. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are big. The number 2 is a small number, so it's going to tell this 3 to stay the same. If it was a big number, it would tell it to get 1 bigger. And then after this, the only thing that happens is everything to this side of the place goes to 0. Everything to this side of the place just comes straight down. So that number rounded to the nearest 1,000 is 463,000. Okay? If they were asked to round this number to the nearest 100,000, they would write the number 463,215. They're going to underline the 100,000s place this time. That's the 4. The bossy pants is the 6. The 6 is a big number. It's going to tell the 5 to get it's going to tell the 4 to get bigger. So that will become a 5. There's nothing on this side, so we don't have anything to worry about there. Everything to this side of the place goes to 0. Another thing that the kids need to understand is that you can also do this on a number line. So let's say we had the number 2,612, and we wanted to round this to the nearest 1,000. So we need to understand that this number, if we were counting, the 1,000 that would come before this number is 2,000. So on a number line, we would put 2,000 on this side. The 1,000 that would come after this number would be 3,000. In the middle here, we would have 2,500. This number would come right around here somewhere. And so we can look and see that this number is closer to 3,000 than to 2,000. So it would round up to 3,000. And they can check their work by doing what we call the bossy pants method. Underline the place. Circle the bossy pants. This is a big number. It'll tell the 2 to get bigger. And then those would become zeros. When it really gets confusing for the kids sometimes when we're using the number line method, let's say we had the number 39,215 and we're rounding to the nearest 100. So if we're rounding to the nearest 100, this is the place that we're looking at, and the kids need to understand that the 100 that would come before this is 39,200. The 100 that would come after this would be 39,300. And so they would put their little dot right about there. It would round down. But of course they can always check their work by doing this method that they've learned and that most of them have mastered at this point, and see that it rounds to that. On the test this week, they are going to be asked to solve problems like this. So estimate the difference. Let's say we've got the numbers 438,215 minus 215,201. If they're being asked to estimate the difference, they're going to need to round these numbers before they work the problem out. So we're going to round this and this to the nearest 100,000. So the very first step is that they have to find out what this rounds to. And they're going to find out that this rounds to 400,000. This is going to round to 200,000. And so the answer to this one is 200,000.